I'm Blythe Mentz, and you're watching Green Lifestyle TV.
Greenwash. And I think that it's beautiful how you said everything is happening for a reason, because if you think about it, it was 40 years ago when that oil rig spilled out in Santa Barbara, and that caused the first Earth Day to be instated. And here it is 40 years later, and it's so poetic how it's all unfolding, that on the 40th birthday was the day that the oil rig exploded. It's almost like this beautiful poetic thing is unfolding, and that's the gift and the perfectness of it all.
Yes.
Our healing is just unfolding like a beautiful rose.
It's all wrapped up in everything.
Yes.
And everyone. When you were speaking before about your response when you first heard about the spill, it sounded to me like you went through a period of grieving, because every process that you described is the process that one goes through the grieving. So what are you grieving? The loss of oil, of petroleum, or your fantasy of what petroleum is, or your
the loss of innocence?
Well,
yes.
For me, the planet. I mean, I have a connection with the planet. I'm an herbalist. I love nature, and it wasn't something I was born with. It
human.
Well, you can actually. I grew up in suburbia, and I was very disconnected from the planet. It was actually something that developed later in my life through, my family's friends would take us camping, and those things were little seeds of like, oh yeah, the natural world, Because really, I didn't have a connection as a child. But
I would like really to continue with this discussion, and I'd like to invite our audience members to also continue with this discussion on our blogs, on our blogs, on Twitter, on Facebook, and also in our next, just sending their videotapes as well, the 30-second segments, to send them to us. We will show them on air, and we will continue with this because, ladies, I want to thank you all so much, but we also need to hear what the green men have to say, and we also need to invite them in. And we will continue this conversation if the audience would like it. Would you like to continue this?
Absolutely.
In the same frame?
Sure.
Yes. Lovely.
And I would just like to end, because speaking of being proactive, and to encourage everyone, there are organizations that are on the ground helping. I mean, this is it's live, people. It's happening now. We need to do whatever we can right now. And there are organizations helping the families that are at work and the animals, cleaning them, and as much as we can do to be proactive.
However, I say clean up your own lives.
And look at your own life.
If you clean up your own lives, and you look at what's the energy that you're spilling out of your own lives, if you clean that up, you'll see that everything reflects it back to you. I think that's what the solution lies within. It's always about us. This is just an enactment of something huge, what the critical mass has actually produced and manifested, because we needed to see that. Thank you all. Thank you. Pleasure. Be lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Bye, everyone. Until next
Thanks
time.
for coming. Thanks for joining us.
From our heart to yours.
I'm Blythe Mentz, and you're watching Green Lifestyle TV.